Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be recapping Neighbours episode 6071, which was released on the 11th of January 2011, I think. Yeah, so normally you expect from Neighbours, normally I'm doing the new episodes. With this episode, I'm starting by going all the way back to the furthest that I could find as of writing this episode, not as of recording, because as of writing, that's correct. As of recording, they've started to release all the episodes from 1985. So yes, that's technically not right, but that's where we're going from with this. So with again, if you didn't watch yesterday's episode, I was ill, that's why I haven't, that's why Chuck had to step in, but Chuck does his own stuff, so I know where I'm up to, and it's not like, oh, where am I up to, because obviously then I remember if I've recorded it or not. So without further ado, here is my recap of Neighbours episode 6071. Carl reassures Lynn, Lucas fills in Lynn, Carl and Susan. Susan convinces Lynn to not enter the house. Andrew and Summer wake up. Michael finds Tash. Andrew calls the emergency services. Paul calls Andrew. Andrew calls Paul. Lucas and Carl stop Paul from entering the house. Andrew asks Summer to stay low. Andrew breaks a window. Michael carries Tash. Paul communicates with the firefighters. Lou appears. Carl fills in the firefighters. The firefighters rescue Tash. Lou consoles Lynn. Andrew, Summer and Michael are still in the house. The firefighters rescue Summer. Summer begs Andrew to accompany her. Andrew passes out. An explosion occurs. Michael attempts to wake up Andrew. Andrew wakes up. Michael fills in Andrew on Summer and Tash. Michael and Andrew seem to be unconscious. The firefighters rescue Andrew and Michael. Lucas volunteers to drive Paul to the hospital. Summer, Tash, Michael and Andrew arrive at the hospital. Summer blames herself. Summer is convinced to return to her room. Carl fills in someone on Tash's condition. Carl also explains Tash's condition to Summer and Lynn. Carl fills in Susan, Lucas, Paul and Lynn. Susan reassures Lynn. Susan remembers some of her romantic moments with Andrew. Lynn comforts Summer. Andrew is taken to his room. Lucas updates Lynn and Susan. Michael remembers finding Tash in the fire. Michael and Carl disagree. Carl fills in Michael on Tash's condition. Tash wakes up. Michael fills in Tash. Lynn thanks Michael. Michael asks Lynn not to blame herself. Paul calls a specialist. Paul disregards Lynn's feelings. Paul checks in with Summer. Paul mentions Andrew's mindset. Summer mentions hearing no smoke alarm. Paul consoles Andrew. Andrew has to undergo another surgery, and Paul questions and threatens Lynn. That is my recap of Neighbours episode 6071. So in tomorrow's episode, it's the next episode, Neighbours episode 6078, was the way it's worked out. I'll be recapping that episode, so the next episode along. So it kind of carries on. So it's kind of nice, and it will happen in the episode after that, and I'll explain why. Yes, that's nice, but there's obviously no trailer, but it continues on, so we know where it finishes. So it's kind of nice, because that's kind of how it is every day. Since the next day. So it was, that's nice. So that's what I'll be recapping tomorrow. That's this episode. Let me know what you thought of Neighbours episode 6071 if you watched it. My recap, if you didn't, give me thoughts on both of those in the comments below. With any previews or recaps as well, you can put those in the comments below as well. Remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode for my recap of Neighbours episode 6072. Goodbye.